Hello, friends and family of CPA. I am Beth Graham, the Assistant Head of Spiritual Life, and I want to invite you to read Scripture with us this school year. We're going to read together through the New Testament and the book of Psalms, and each week we will release a video to help encourage you and give you a little insight into what we'll be reading that week. So this first week, we're going to read through the first 8 chapters of the Gospel of Matthew. So here are 3 things to keep in mind as you read. First, the Gospel of Matthew is a testimony of who Jesus is and not a biography. So it gives us what we need to know about Jesus, but doesn't tell us everything we might wish we knew about Jesus. Second of all, Matthew's goal is to help us see how Jesus is the king that God has been promising for many, many generations to his people. And we see this in the way that Matthew opens with a royal genealogy. And in the second chapter, royalty from afar comes to worship the new king. And in Matthew chapters 5, 6, and 7, this king lays out what life in his kingdom is like in the Sermon on the Mount. And thirdly, you'll notice that Matthew quotes the Old Testament a lot. Matthew is the most Jewish of the 4 Gospels. He's relying on the fact that his audience knows the Old Testament, and he draws fascinating parallels between Jesus and one of the most important influential Jews, Moses. Just as Moses survives a mass killing of all the baby boys when he is born, so does Jesus. And just as Moses comes up out of Egypt when the time is right, so does Jesus. And just as Moses passes through the waters of the Red Sea, Jesus passes through the waters of baptism. Then Moses wanders for 40 years with God's people in the wilderness, just as Jesus wanders for 40 days being tempted in the wilderness. Moses was given God's law on a mountain, and it's on a mountain that Jesus gives God's people the Sermon on the Mount. Matthew is helping us see, and helping his Jewish audience see, that Jesus is the greater Moses.